Today, we answer the important question, what is the better boutique label, Criterion or Kino Lorber? Let's get into this. In today's physical media news topic, we discuss the positives of Criterion, the positives of Kino Lorber, and then ultimately decide a winner on what is the better boutique label. But first, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all future physical media topics. And leave in the comments below what side are you on? Hashtag Criterion or hashtag Kino Lorber for your favorite. Let's dive into this. So starting with the positives for Criterion, because it is Criterion sale season right now, and we got to talk about this amazing sale event because Criterion does feel like they're really an event boutique label when it does come those sales times in July and in November. People get so hyped up about Criterion, they are ready to go in store in the wild to do physical media hunts because Barnes and Noble is like the dedicated location for Criterion. Now, it doesn't mean every Barnes and Noble has Criterion, but a lot of them do. And that's really rare for a boutique label. Most boutique labels you can only get online now, but I still love that partnership with Barnes & Noble and Criterion. It is so fun going into that in-store shopping experience to see what random titles you might find from Criterion that pique your interest, and then putting it in your hands, feeling it, looking at the special features, and then picking it up after really just having that amazing connection with it in the store. So that is definitely a plus for Criterion there. Also, Criterion has tons of titles out there, over 1,000 Criterions. I mean, you look at those spine numbered labels, which are really cool. I love how they keep up with those number spines. Now, you're not going to be able to collect them all, most likely. Maybe somebody does have them out there. That would be awesome. But yes, plenty of Criterion titles to pick from. You got nice packaging, not only with the number spines, but you got a clean look to them with the clear plastic cases. Now, they do a little some different once in a while with like those digipack fills, and so they can get creative there, but a lot of the times it's pretty consistent. And then also you get little booklets inside of them, and you have great supplementals with the special features. They definitely go out of their way to get interviews and featurettes and documentaries, archival stuff. I mean, just so much they try to cram into every Criterion. Now, it doesn't happen for every single one, but I think overall they do a pretty great job on those supplementals. And Criterion, like I said, it's just a big major event. People get hyped up for the Criterion sale. I even do pre-game and post-game shows, which I'll link on the channel description if you want to check that live out after this video ends, of course. But everybody has a great time talking Criterion, and there's so many different genres Criterion tackles. There's a little bit for everybody out there. Yeah, they have foreign language films, and yeah, they have a classic movie lineup, but they also have some new modern stuff once in a while, and they just have a little bit of each genre out there. So really, depending on your palette of taste for movies, you'll probably find at least something to quite a bunch from Criterion, and that's what I absolutely love about Criterion. So definitely a lot of positives there to get hyped up on for Criterion, but now we got to talk about Kino Lorber. So now to talk about the positives with Kino Lorber, because they are no slouch. They definitely have a lot of quantity, even more so than Criterion, I would say. Even though Criterion has over 1,000 titles, Kino Lorber has over like 4,000. It seems like every week they're busting out 4 to 7 different Blu-rays. They have so much quantity, they're just shoving out there, and that is great to see them tackling these classic movies that would not otherwise get a release. Kino Lorber just giving them to us, at least in high definition, if not ultra high definition, and I absolutely love that. And I really like their packaging. They're very clean with, the black looking spines, put them together on the shelf, very crispy, and they also have less space they take up. Like Criterion, they're thicker packaging, you get less Criterions on the shelf. Kino Lorber, you save that space, and saving space is always a bonus for collectors. I will stand by that point right there. So you're just getting so much with Kino Lorber, and there's good quality there too with transfer work as well. Of course, they do have special features as well. I would say Criterion probably gets a little bit more special features than Kino Lorber, but sometimes Kino Lorber does great stuff, even throwing in full documentaries and whatnot. So I really like what Kino Lorber does there, of course. And I will say the packaging is even a little bit better because it's just more consistent, because Criterion does get a little wild sometimes with changing up the packaging. Kino Lorber is very, very consistent. They keep it the same. and sometimes that just looks better on the shelf. And Kino Lorber, like I said, they just have so many titles they are pumping out there. And not only that, price point, we always like to talk about good deals and sales on this channel. Even though Criterion has like these event sale times and you can go in a Barnes& and Noble and find them, which is fantastic, the Kino Lorber price point can even get better during their Kino Lorber sales that come up all the time. It feels like every few months they have a Kino Lorber sale out there, and they can get 4Ks the low as like $17.99, $18 for an amazing 4K. You can't beat that during Criterion sale time. You're getting them for like 25 bucks, which is still better than what they are normally during regular Criterion prices. Kino Lorber, though, just steps it up by putting it down a little bit more to that under $18 price point on a lot of 4Ks. And then on Blu-rays, man, you can get those sometimes $4.99 and under. Oh my gosh, it is wild during their Kino Lorber sale time. So you can really stock up a collection with good quality boutique label stuff from Kino Lorber. I would say more so than Criterion. Even during sale time, Criterion prices can add up because they are cheaper, but they are still pretty hefty during their sell times, no doubt about that. So yeah, definitely love the price point of Kino Lorber and what they're putting out. But now we got to talk about who is the winner. We have to decide a winner on the channel. There can only be one, so we have to make some decisions here. So let's talk about it. But now to get down to choosing a winner, because I gotta decide, there can only be one. Even though I love both of these boutique labels, I really like Criterion and Kino Lorber. It was so tough to decide this. I mean, it is always tough to decide a winner on my verse battles, but I think this is the most difficult decision I've had to make in one of these. If you guys seen my verse battles before with like 4K versus Blu-ray and Blu-ray versus DVD, or if not, I will link those videos in the description below to definitely check out after this video. Usually right away, I know who's going to win. But with this, I was back and forth because I love these boutique labels so much. And they do so much for physical media collectors out there. It came down to personal preference. So if you chose the other one as your winner, no blaming you there. I can both see any of these winning on any day. And you ask me tomorrow, maybe I change my opinion here. Because like I said, it was so close. But in declaring a winner, I got to decide one. I'm actually going to go with Criterion just for a few reasons that kind of tipped it over the edge for me. And first of all, it's that main shopping experience, that partnership they have with Barnes& and Noble, where you really get that event time feel for their sales. You get to go in store, see all these physical media hunting videos and really browse all their selection and find those random Criterion titles that just pique your interest with the artwork. You pick it up, you feel it, you get to touch it, and you just want to get it in your collection, and you walk out with a pile of Criterion movies you weren't even expecting to. There's just a magic to that collecting moment that you don't get that with Kino Lorber, right? You got to find Kino Lorbers mostly online. Sometimes maybe you'll find them in a wild here or there, but they don't have that designated partnership like Criterion and Barnes& and Noble do. So I just got to give the edge to Criterion for that reason. But also, I really love the Criterion titles. They have such a variety. They have stuff not only for classic lovers out there, but also the mainstream audiences. They have every genre in there too. Like you'll find a little bit of comedy, a little bit of horror, and you'll just find so much. So I think any taste of preference of movie, you'll find something in the Criterion collection. But once again, it depends on your movie taste. Maybe you lean towards Kino Lorber because you just love the classics and you love the westerns, and they're always busting those out. I totally understand if you go that way, but just for the variety of different genres and years and decades they tackled, I gotta give the edge slightly to Criterion. And they have some great box sets out there and trilogies they'll do sometimes and collections that I think they do that a little bit more than Kino Lorber. And they just have some amazing bangers out there for titles. I don't know how other way I could say it. It's just sometimes I get more excited for a great Criterion release over a good Kino Lorber release. Even though Kino Lorber is no slouch, they've had awesome releases. I think Criterion titles I just get a little bit more excited about. I mean, come on, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, that was a streaming movie, got to the Criterion collection. Disney's Wall-E got to the Criterion collection. Like sometimes they'll just hit you with those out of nowhere bangers. You're like, oh my gosh, Criterion, thank you for preserving this on physical media. So I just have to give it to Criterion for those few slight reasons, just a little bit over the edge. Like I said, you ask me tomorrow, maybe I change my opinion, maybe I declare a different winner here. But for now in this video, we are declaring Criterion the winner. But now you guys got to let me know in the comments below, whatever team you were on, whether Criterion or Kino Lorber, what do you think of my decision? Do you think I made some good points there, or would you still have justified the win for Kino Lorber over Criterion? I got to hear your guys' thoughts and comments below. And what Kino Lorber and Criterion titles have you been picking up recently? Share out some of your favorites down below. I know the community really appreciate you for doing that. Of course, if you haven't already, mega smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video posts, so I can keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And just have a great time watching and talking the movies out there, making it a movie night as always. And of course, you'll love this physical media topic. Mega smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.